Stand up for your right. Get up, stand up. Don't give up the fight.
you knew that too? You really heard that? The rain. The rain. Right. Well, we haven't learned to control the weather yet, but that's something we can look forward to as tomorrow's challenge. Right. We haven't learned to control the weather yet, but that's something we can look forward to as tomorrow's challenge.
Right.
Tomorrow's challenge. Right.
Well. It would appear that we are indeed live. Hopefully, I've got it correct. Do you know this? It feels like I've been away for about, I don't know, 2 weeks. It's not even been a week, so I don't know what's going on there. Maybe I just miss you so much. I feel like I've been away for so long, but I checked there before I came on, and the last time I was live was 6 days ago. But usually I'm on every 2 or 3 days, but obviously because my wife broke her leg, I've not had the same opportunity to get on, the same time to get on, which is the way it's going to be. But that is improving as well, thankfully. So you may be disappointed to know that I may be back even more as time goes on, right? We'll see how it goes. Anyway, it is indeed a pleasure to be back again, right? Hopefully everyone's okay. Now, I was messing about, typical me. Oh man, messing about with all sorts here. So I'm hoping that the audio's okay, right? So if we can get an audio check, and I'll quickly say good evening or good morning, good night, wherever you may be. Carmel, first in the door tonight. Boom. Quick as you like. So a pleasure to see Carmel back again, a regular and a long term subscriber. So seen it all, right? Oh man, we see it all. That's life, but not as we know it. I mean, where do you begin? Someone mentioned in a comment, "Oh, I've been following you from the start, and it's crazy to think everything that's happened. Who would have thought we would have seen all this nonsense that happened in what the last 2 to 3 years? It has been insane. That's the only way that I can describe it. Of course, theatre is wow, it's everywhere. We do indeed live in the Truman Show, without a doubt. Maybe not quite the Truman Show to a T, but a very similar form where the narrative continuously changes like some kind of script from a, I don't know, sci-fi book written by Werner von Braun. Of course, we know who von Braun is, right? Excuse me. Anyway, who else have we got in the hood tonight? Anime Mummy, my good friend. A pleasure to see you back again, right? Yeah, this Wednesday night. The past few days here in Elgin, it's been overcast, cloudy. It's meant to be June and good weather, right? Good weather in June, surely, even in Scotland. But it seems to be nothing but cloud, constant, thick grey, black cloud for the time being. But we do get that from time to time. So there's not been much in the way of stargazing, if you like. It's getting to that stage again where last year I felt the same sort of feeling in the sort of middle of the summer, where I felt this heat that was like, the only way I could describe it, some of you might remember, the only way I can describe it is like a hot box, like you're stuck in a hot box where you can hardly breathe, and I don't know, it's a humidity sort of clammy feeling. And only last year and the year before did I get that quite a lot. So I'm expecting to get it more this year. And you can probably imagine what I think is behind that. The constant, dousing of the skies, if you like. I think a lot of it is geoengineering, but also the dousing of the masses with whatever. We might touch on that a wee bit later on as well, because I've got there's so much to get into, to be honest. Where do you start, right? Anyway, who else have we got? Good to see Anime Mummy, my good friend. Hopefully we can catch up again. Rich as well. You'll never see Carmel without Rich around the corner, right? He's always there keeping an eye, which is great. Good to see you back again. Naylor as well in the hood. Who else have we got? Ian, Ian Marr. Central Scotland. Yeah. Who you calling a Teuchter? That's racist, right? To call someone a Teuchter, surely. You're all right. I've got the skin for it, right? It's Teuchter. It's that thick Teuchter skin. Skin that's Doric almost. So hello to Ian from the Central Belt, right? What sort of weather have you been getting of late for this wonderful June that we're in? Who else did I see? Thank you very much, Naylor. It's been a while, but I'm back again, right? Good to see you. Yeah, the Shrek donkey, I'd imagine. Oh, classic. There you go. Who else did I see? Richard in the hood, my good brother. Another Richard, so we've got two. Well, including myself, we've got 3 dicks in the hood. Man, I'm here all night, so it's okay, right? Well, I'm not going to be, but there is a lot to get into, to be honest. Gizzy, there you go. In the hood, good to see you back again. Even we got there eventually. Who else did I see? Quite a few people. Great stuff, right? We've got a few bits tonight. As always, a bit of a relaxed affair, if you want to go with that, right? Is that Justine laughing at me being a DICK? It's funny because it's true, right? Oh man, we'll go with that. I'm so immature, but there you go. I'm not keen on my name, William. I've mentioned that before, but to be honest, Richard is one that I'm not very keen on. To be fair, but hey, we've all got our crosses to bear, right? Whereas Justine, that's a beautiful name. Excuse me, as I choke on my coffee. Justine is a beautiful name. Tony's a great name. Anthony, I think, is a fantastic name. Ian Marr, as well, is a great name. It's only me and Richard that have got terrible names. The club of 2, right? I'm sure there's other terrible names out there. We'll not get into it. People might get offended. Man, I doubt it very much here, right? So I thought maybe in discussion, so you can let me know in the comments before I sort of look into a few bits. If in the way of shortages, have people been noticing any difference in food supply or any sort of items that have disappeared of late? If you have, then you could maybe let me know and put it in the chat, right? And hopefully I can see it. Who else did I spot? Atlantis Rising podcast, who I see quite a lot on John Davidson's channel, which is great. I enjoy it. But it's good to see you back again, right? Who I believe is in Scotland, Bonnie, Scotland, the northeast, if I remember correctly. I shouldn't try and remember anything because I'm hopeless. But yeah, good to have you back again, and Tony as well. Lots of contrails, right? Yeah. It never seems to end. You get breaks in it, but then it's back again. And of course, I mean, hey, they could easily spray an agent that wouldn't even leave a trail. He's went over the hill now. Yeah. But let's face it, right? I mean, you wouldn't even... What's the chances of them in a war situation? Let's go with that. You would want this agent to be pretty much invisible. So would you even notice it? I sometimes wonder, right? But there you go. Maybe it's only me. Of course, we know what they get up to in terms of the spraying. Just quickly, actually, before we get into the shortage situation, while we're on about spraying, and before I forget, now, can I remember how to work this? Probably not. It's been 6 days. He can't even remember how to work it. There you go. I made a video, when was it? A few days ago about basically about this. Is it gonna come up? Oh, I need to remove that. Man, that would help. What's going on now? This is what I'm talking about here. Did we see that item, that vehicle in a video that I made? Basically, in short, there was a post going about social media that said the Spanish government have came out and confirmed that they're going to be spraying this, that, and the next thing from aeroplanes, or it'll be chemtrails, basically. And of course, the fact checkers, all hail the fact checkers, right? They came out straight away, practically straight away, instantly. Bill Gates typed it up. They came out and said, well, no, it's not true. It's nonsense, right? Complete and utter garbage. But of course, what wasn't true was the fact that it wouldn't be sprayed from the sky or an aeroplane. It would be sprayed from the back of a vehicle or some guy with a canister. So maybe not how you think a chemtrail, but in a different form, basically. So as always with the fact checkers, if you look right into it and read it through, you'll get the truth eventually. And they're quite good at trying to manipulate any story or situation to make it look like complete nonsense. Even in terms of, at the moment, Bill Gates has been investing in a company, is it BioMilk? Do we know of that? I made a video on it as well quite a while ago. I re-uploaded it because it got deleted, obviously. But he had been investing in this company that's a startup for lab-grown human breast milk. Hip, hip, hooray, right? And basically the fact checkers are saying, look, Bill Gates never started a company that's making breast milk. So people think, oh, well, he's not involved in it, but he is. He's funding the company who is going to be making it. The lab-grown breast milk. Hip, hip, hooray, right? I bet people can't wait to try that, to see what it's like. I mean, oh man, even the thought of it is insane. But of course, as we will see in terms of shortages, baby formula milk is another one that's being mentioned. So the sheep might cry, look, this is a big issue. We need a solution. Where's a hero when you need one? Cue Bill Gates. And I think also the guy Richard Branson. They're now funding this BioMilk. I think I might have slides on them as well. So we can get into that a wee bit more. Anyway, let me quickly jump back to the comments before we crack on. And say good evening, right? Carmel, Rich, did I miss anyone? If I did, I apologize. I'm terrible, and I'm blind as well. Deaf, blind, no memory, Scottish, white, straight, married, got kids. Yeah, life in the fast lane, right? There you go. Good to see Dave, who is in the Netherlands. Fantastic. Good to see you today or tonight. And my brother Danny in the hood as well, who is in Inverness. Good old Inverness, the home of Loch Ness and, of course, Nessie. right? And Nessie does exist. Of course, it exists, right? Let's go with that. You can't let people know anything else but that. Otherwise, Scotland won't get any tourists. They won't come anymore, right? Of course, Scotland's got a lot more than that to offer. Atlantis is by the Aberdeen football stadium, where I know that quite well. Not an Aberdeen fan, of course, but yeah, I've been there, so I know where you're at. Good to have you back again. Great stuff. What else did I see? Lots of spraying by the looks of it going on. Yeah, I noticed more masks. I shouldn't laugh. I really shouldn't laugh, but is anyone else noticing the masks? I think it's the monkeypox done it. Man, I'm making a video on that as well. I think they're gonna have to change the name. Seemingly it's discrimination. Seemingly the monkeypox variants are related to nations, and it's they think it's discrimination. So I think they're going to change it again to an alphabet, the Greek alphabet or phonetic alphabet. I don't know. But there was a story that I seen which caught my eye. I was reading an article about the discrimination regarding monkeypox. Oh man. And at the very end it said, and the WHO are having a meeting next week. And basically, they're going to decide if there needs to be a coordinated response to this situation, the monkeypox situation. So, are we going to see Plandemic Point 2 get rolled out due to whatever it is they're going to call it? I'm unsure. I don't think it will be, but this is how it's going to happen. I don't think it will be this time. It could be, but I don't think it's far away from happening again. Whether or not people buy it, I don't know, but it's going to be just another disaster, if you like, to add now to the big list of ever-growing manipulated disasters that humanity now seems to be collecting. Whose idea was that? Probably Bill Gates, to be honest, let's face it. He's the guy, and of course he's been warning us about another pandemic. In fact, he said, I was reading an article last week, and Bill Gates, Bill Gates said that we were lucky with the COVID pandemic. That was lucky. That's what he said. Oh, we were so lucky, right? Yeah. He said it could have been a lot worse. And he basically implied that is to come yet. And of course, he's the guy with the fucking crystal ball, Mystic Meg, in the corner. Wee Billy Rockefeller. I think I've got a picture of him as well in the slides. I better crack on. We've went half an hour. I've not even started. Oh man, it's going to be a long night. But there you go, right? Hopefully the audio's okay. Did anyone tell me? You probably did, and I never even noticed. This guy's hopeless. Yeah, we know. Have you not watched him before? He's terrible, but there you go, right? He's funny to laugh at. Yeah. So yeah, I'll just crack on. I think we're okay for the audio. I tried to see a comment, but hey, it's me. I'm hopeless. I'm useless. It's my life story. We will jump back to the comments. The audio's good. We will get back to it in a bit. I'm gonna try and do it both, but hey, I can't multitask either. So, oh man, what can I say? Right, we're all good. We're good to go. Justine, thank you very much, and of course, Atlantis. Yeah, yeah. I got the microphone. Excuse me, my throat's went. I don't know why. It's fine all day. You go on live and it runs away. Ah man, sounds familiar. I was yeah, I got it from a friend, basically for nothing, which I was quite shocked. I would have paid for it, but it's a professional microphone. I was hoping that it would help, but maybe it makes it worse. I don't know. You can't win, right? In this life that we're in, you really can't win. You can only try, right? And hey, if you try, then you can't knock yourself because you tried your best, right? You gave it a shot. So, hey, even if you fail, you can learn from that. A failure can be a great thing because you can learn a lot from it. Then the next time around, you won't fucking fail, hopefully. And of course, if so, you can keep trying. You can be like AI and keep learning. Uh, Seemingly, AI can keep learning. Did we see the story about the AI, the guy from Google who claims that an AI bot that he had been working on was sentient? Is it sentient? Sentiment? I can't even remember now. Oh man. Basically, like thinking for itself, like a human. But I don't buy it, to be honest. I'm unsure what to make of AI. I mean, Sentient, that's the one. Zeus Scott and Carmel. Quick on the button there. Jesus, that was quick. Cement, is it? I remember I put a comment and I asked the question on the Richie Allen show. Yeah, but forget AI, when are humans going to be sentient? Never, right? Yeah, but I don't know. I'm really unsure as to what to make of AI overall. It is a topic that we've covered quite a few times. Um, a lot of the time, we give them a bit more credit than is due in terms of the hidden hand. But hey, they're certainly not, hey, they're certainly not stupid. That is for sure. I mean, they work wonders when it comes to manipulating the masses. They just click their fingers, and the majority of the sheep have got masks on. Yet people shout and scream till they're blue in the face for years, decades, with facts, evidence, and people don't listen to a fucking word. I mean, how they manage that is beyond belief, to be honest. But I am seeing more masks just on that as well. We might touch on that a wee bit more. Anyway, we got distracted a wee bit there. I've lost my place now. Classic. I see my brother, my Irish brother Rags is in the hood. He's gone now. Where did he go? You know this? I am hopeless, man, honestly. There he goes there. Who else? Psyop as well in the hood. Good to see you back again, right? Yeah, you might need to get a test for that, I'd imagine. People, they're still taking tests as well. I mean, oh, man. I don't know. I guess that's another thing that's going to be here, well, forever. The testing. I mean, still untested, unjuiced and I refuse, straight up, point blank, under no circumstances whatsoever will I be juiced in any fucking way, shape, or form over my dead, blue, pale body. Honestly, there is nothing in this world they could do to bribe me, to coerce me. There's no amount. And hey, the old saying goes, right? Every man or woman has their price, but I can tell you right now with certainty, I would rather jump off the highest mountain tonight than be coerced into taking whatever it is the hidden hand has to offer me. And that is willingly, of course. But there's many other ways they can get you, right? We mentioned the spraying. I mean, they could put anything in the fucking air. How can you stop that? I'm unsure. The water, I guess, is another thing that everyone needs, everyone drinks. They basically control it in one way or another. What's next? They'll be saying they put stuff in the food. Yeah, of course, there's the food as well. So take your pick, right? It's a bit like when you go to a bar and they tell you to pick your poison. What do you want? What way do you want to go out tonight? Anyway, good to see everyone in the hood tonight. Lots of people, and it's good to be back again, right? Let's now see if I can crack on. Save the water, drink beer. Yeah, but you need water to make beer. Of course, we touched on that before. They've got a solution to it. Instead of using water, you can use urine. Hip, hip, hooray. Oh, man. They do that in Scotland anyway, so I'm pretty sure Tennent's and McEwen's Lager have been doing that for many a year. I've never been a big fan of beer or lager. It never sits well with my palate or my stomach. So I've always stayed away. I've been more a spirit or a maybe even a wine, but not a beer. Anytime I did tend to drink beer, I kind of got a drowsy sort of feeling, drowsy, drunk, and sleeping basically. I'd get a sore head as well, and it just wasn't for me. Although in saying that, no alcohol is good for me. None of it sits well, and in the past few years, I've kind of, even without trying, drunk less and less as times went on, and I'm hoping that eventually I won't drink any alcohol at all, which is unheard of in Scotland, right? Of course, there's lots of people who are teetotal, if you like. I would never like to say give it up completely. I mean, I don't know. I don't think I would ever say that. But just basically had enough. I can't seem to handle it anyway. So, yeah, the cost. Wow. The cost of everything at the moment is going up. That is the biggest thing that I've noticed. Even with the shortages aside, I keep looking at receipts thinking, what? When did that go up? Oh, man. Overnight now, they're fucking typing away, putting the prices of every single item that you can think of through the roof. Maybe it's an opportunity for anyone to get involved in a business, right? Growing chilies, maybe? Lettuces? Anyone growing any lettuce at the moment? Yeah, there might be an opportunity. There might be an opportunity there for you, right? If you can jump through all the hoops, of course, in this world that we live in. Wait till I sort my son out for a sec. So, yeah, the cost. We will touch on that as well. Let me quickly crack on. I got distracted there. Let me see if I can work the slides. There we go. Yeah. I think we said about 2 years ago now. In fact, it would have been longer. Everything's 2 years to me. Has anyone been like that lately? Yeah, 2 years ago, 2 years ago. Oh man, but 2 years ago, we did say, look, it's not looking good in terms of the supply of everything, the whole chain, the whole system. It had been basically ripped up, broken completely, mainly at the time due to the knee-jerk home imprisonment, mass lockdowns that happened right across the fucking board in lockstep. Boom, 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 boom. And many people never even batted an eyelid at that. But there you go. And now, I think it would have been about almost 3 years ago, actually. That is when we first talked about the possibility of these shortages, mainly due to the knee-jerk fucking lockdowns. I mean, still, it annoys me to this day that they got away with it, but they did. And it probably will happen again. We talked about then the fact that there's likely going to be issues. And as always with the agenda, it'll come in gradually, bit by bit, swooping in, barely noticeable to the average Joe who's just doing his thing in his own wee world, right? In their own wee bubble that they live in. Watching, I don't know, fucking Love Island, Stranger Things, Peaky Blinders, EastEnders, you name it. The movies, the football. Not care for anything else. The majority of sheep are like that. They do not care about anything but basically themselves. And I don't really like to say that, but they do come across that way to me. And I kind of know because I was one. I've been there. And boy, have I fucking opened my eyes in the past to the true reality of the world that we're in. And it's insane. Put it that way. You might hear me say that quite a lot tonight, right? But yeah, here we are 2 years on, or whatever it may be. And I am beginning to notice it more and more. Certain items disappearing here and there. They might be back, they might not be back. I noticed today in a certain supermarket, an aisle that used to be full is now not full. It's only not even half full. The rest is empty. So they're shifting stuff about to basically to try and make it look as if there's no missing items, right? Because you notice it if it's dotted about. But they're shuffling it along quickly, moving things along, making it look like nothing's disappeared. But they couldn't hide the fact that they are now half an aisle down, basically, in terms of items. Question is, I suppose, will these items be back? I'm unsure. Any KFC fans in the hood tonight? Any chicken KFC? What's the guy's name? The Colonel? Any KFC? This one cracked me up. I'm unsure, but maybe it's only me. It came out the other day in Bloomberg. Chronic food shortages from lettuce to sriracha and the rise of chicken. Yeah, interesting that, right? Food shortages have continued into 2022, giving us flashbacks to 2020 when COVID-related supply distributions meant consumers and retailers couldn't get their hands on a wide range of products, including toilet paper. Remember the great toilet paper shortage of 2020? How did we manage it, right? And of course, in my opinion, it was a huge conditioning tactic that they pulled with the toilet paper, because it was clearly an orchestrated situation, because it should not have been, but they made it be. And of course, it's everyone uses toilet paper. So everyone got affected. Everyone felt that feeling and knew that, yeah, you might not get this. And in my personal opinion, it was basically a master stroke in conditioning. Because up until that point, shortage-wise, I don't think there had been anything. Now, I could be wrong. Some of you might have a different view. But there was no reason for it. It should not have happened. But this is what they do. The majority of the fucking situations we're put into and given should not happen. But we get them. Because we're lucky, right? Sure. This time, it's a shortage of lettuce and chili pepper. In Australia, down under, they'll have to get growing the chilies, right? Surely you can grow them there where it's hot. Consumers are hit with exuberant prices for lettuce, taking to social media to vent about paying around $12. Wow, Australian dollars, or $8.55 American dollars, if you like, which would be about, I'd imagine, £7.20 £7 in UK money for a lettuce. That is, I mean, yeah. Hey, we need to start growing lettuce, right? We're in the wrong trade. These lettuces are like gold. Wow, $12 a lettuce. So about £7 a head, right? For lettuce. Even fast food giant KFC has been forced to put cabbage in its burgers. What? What, in the actual burger? Of course, they put lettuce as a salad in the burger, right? We all know about that, surely. But it would appear that because of the lettuce shortage, it's now cabbage, which is going to upset a few people, right? What the bloody hell's this? Bloody cabbage. Now, I don't know. I've never tried it in a burger. I don't dislike cabbage. I quite like it. I prefer red cabbage, to be honest. I quite like it. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but I'm not sure if I would have it in a burger, to be honest. But you likely won't see me in KFC anyway. So That's not a worry for me. But again, it shows you that if these supply chains are having an issue, then eventually we're going to have an issue. So if you're a fan of lettuce, you might want to start growing, right? Do it now. Why not? Now is the time, right? Why wait? The chili peppers as well. So I can read it. Typical. I'm not going to be able to read that, but I can't see it. Oh, man. Let me see if I can work it at least. There we go. So, not only cabbage, seemingly there's a shortage of, is it sriracha? I mean, I'm hopeless with words, but chili peppers, basically, right? A certain chili ingredient. And I think a certain quite popular chili sauce that some people here might eat or like. I don't know. I'm not a fan of chilies, so again, it's not an issue for me. But I find it very, I guess, worrying because today it's pepper and lettuce. What's it going to be tomorrow? What's it going to be the week after? There seems to be no end to it. And again, going back to about 2 years ago, we've spoke about prepping, about being prepared. I mean, if they were to roll out another pandemic next week, fucking hell, that's going to knock us for 6 again, big time. I mean, you can imagine what sort of panic again there would be. I heard on the Richie Allen show, I think it was Maria Heller, the American journalist, Maria. She mentioned about California had a water shortage, and they went on TV, and the government official said, "There's a water shortage. Don't consume too much water." And of course, what happened? You guessed it. Oh, man. The consumption went up by 30%. Not long after they announced people not to use so much water. Now, hey, I'm not a fucking expert on anything, but clearly that would happen. I mean, come on. How stupid would you have to be to not know that would happen? Making that announcement was going to do one thing and one thing only, and that was create panic. And what would people do? Run to the nearest tap and fill up everything that they've got that can carry water before it's gone. And there is none. And you can kind of understand it as well. But in the same breath, we've got to be prepared. That way, hopefully we can't go wrong. Now, that was in California. I don't think they're strangers to droughts, right? But I think we're going to see that situation happening in the UK, even Scotland, which is staggering, really, considering the amount of fresh water that we've got here. It should not be. Again, it should not be. And it isn't yet, to be fair, but hey, watch this space, right? So with that in mind, that might possibly be something that you might want to consider in terms of water supply. The way I like to think of it is, if the water got shut off right now, what are you going to do? What have you got? And I think in terms of the experts, if you like, they talk about having about a week maybe a week's supply of water in your house or stored anyway. I mean, that's for a disaster situation that hopefully you can recover from. I mean, I don't know. Did we ever recover from the pandemic? It talked about there. Where was it? Flashbacks of 2020. I mean, the shortages have never went away. Nothing's really ever went away, right? It's still continued to be there. So if they roll out another one, fucking whatever they roll out then, that'll likely stay. So if you like chili peppers, you might be a bit disappointed. And I think they're quite easy to grow. Although in saying that, when I tried, I failed. But I got so far, and I did actually get quite a few chilies that I kept and sort of ground down for a chili powder, because I don't eat them, and they were just tiny wee chilies that would probably blow my head off if I ate one. I hate hot food or spicy food, if you like. Not a big fan, to be fair. Speaking of food, more food for thought, right? Because seemingly the weather has played a big role in driving the shortages. What? The weather? Yeah, I guess that would be drought, right? And heat waves. But that would be nothing new, surely. That's quite common. I think they're getting at there what they're getting at, basically, and stopping short of saying it, is the climate crisis. Run to the hill. It's the weather. I mean, that's what they're implying, right? Surely. In agricultural markets, uncertainty over how long the war in Ukraine will hinder grain shipments out of the Black Sea region is intensifying pressure on farmers to produce bumper harvests. So they've got to produce more, quicker, faster because of the war. What, are they bombing fucking fields now? I guess the Russians have been bombing farms, right? Or are they basically pirates in the Black Sea who steal these boats of grain, shipments of grain? I guess they can't get by because of the war. Is it a no-sail zone, like a no-fly zone? And again, here we are in a situation that should not be. But we're fucking here. Now, in my opinion, there's really nothing more important than the supply chain in terms of food. Because us, in terms of the masses, we cannot sustain ourselves. We simply cannot. We don't have the ability. Some of us do. The majority of us don't. But because of the war, there's another break in the chain that's going to affect the whole world. So I guess, yeah, support Ukraine. What, support the war? That is now affecting the food chain? I mean, what's it not affecting now? To be honest, I haven't seen much in regards to the war as of late, but Zelensky, he is indeed, I think he's here as well. Somewhere. It did mention as well the prices. Wow. Has anyone else noticed the prices go. Sure, it can't be just me that is noticing when you look at your receipt, when you go to any shop now, the prices of every item has went up by about 20, 30, 40, 50 pence even. Or is it just me? It's because Scottish people are Scrooges, right? They're so tight with their money. Yeah. You know, that's not actually true, to be honest. We're quite loving, we're quite generous, right? Don't believe what you hear on the television. It's a lie, of course. Let me see if I can read comments. Put a 1 in the comments if you've noticed prices going up, and that'll save me trying to read comments, right? If you put a number 1, I'll know that you've been affected by price rises. I mean, I just find it unreal. I keep coming back to my wife and saying, "This has went up. This has went up. You're not going to believe this. It's went up." But I mean, we've kind of got to. It's really getting to that point where we have to now start becoming as self-sufficient as possible. Honestly, I cannot stress that enough. And I know it's not easy. It depends on many circumstances. But you've got to try. You really have. I think we might have to kick certain things in our life. Certain, maybe, I guess you could class them as luxuries. They're going to become a thing of the past. I shouldn't laugh, but like Klaus Schwab was saying, we're going to own nothing, right? That's the way it's going to be. That's what they want, for us at least. So you want to be producing as much as you can, because you can't rely. I mean, never mind, you can't rely. It won't be fucking there. It'll be gone. Before our eyes right now, the supply chain, as we know it, the food supply chain, the whole trade supply chain, it's fucking broken. It is basically in a coffin, getting ready to be shoved into the fucking crematorium. And to be honest, and I kind of hate to say it, but I cannot see it coming back from that. And I cannot see it getting any better. So, I mean, hey, I know I won't be alone. I certainly won't be alone in thinking that we need to be as self-sufficient as possible. And yeah, basically becoming a pirate. I'm not a big fan of the Skull and Bones, to be honest. That puts me off pirates because of the Skull and Bones. But I like the idea of being a pirate, basically, because I no longer see myself as a citizen, if you like. I don't want to be. I hardly see myself as, I don't know, Scottish, honestly, anymore. What is Scottish now? Can anyone, if anyone knows, let me know. Ah, man, they've destroyed it. It's fucking gone. Scottishness does not exist anymore. We're a dying breed, I shit you not. We're a sinking ship, along with basically our English brothers and sisters, our Irish brothers and sisters, big time, Welsh included. And I hate to say it again, but right across the globe, they have manipulated local, natural communities that have grown, and basically they've went in and fucking destroyed it. And it's happening right here on our doorstep in Scotland, I shit you not. And yeah, by the looks of the ones in the chat, the number 1, everyone is being affected by the prices at the moment. Is there any item in particular that anyone wants to mention in regards to price or disappearing, if you like, right? And I'm not talking about items from your local drug dealer. So don't go putting that in, right? Rags, I'm referring to you. I know what the Irish are like. If they're anything like the Scottish. Now, I know that weed in terms of locally, that's never you would never be short of a dealer where I stay. Honestly, they're like resilient. They're like cockroaches, these dealers. A lot of them are cockroaches, to be honest. But hey, who am I to judge, right? But they seem, even during the pandemic, you would always smell. You would go about here and there and smell certain aromas, if you like, and you would know straight away what it was. You can tell instantly, of course, right? Mince seems scarce. It's a duck. Whereabouts is it's a duck? Juice, eggs, taxables. I'm unsure what taxables means. Is that an American thing? You're gonna have to help me out there, Justine. I'm hopeless, right? Man, when it comes to a lot of my dealings in regards to money, my wife takes care of it. But because she broke her leg lately, I've been doing all the shopping and stuff like that, and it's been interesting to say the least. And yeah, today and the other day, I was noticing more masks and the prices. Wow, I could not believe it, to be honest. Weed would explain why so many put up with all this crap. Yeah, I think you might be right there, Tony. Yeah, I would, I could see that. I know that when the pandemic kicked off, I think drug intake went through the roof and alcohol intake went through the roof. And Justine has a shortage of booze by the looks of it. You're going to have to get a home brew kit. Has anyone tried a home brew kit? It's been one of these things that I've always thought about, but never done. But the way it's going, maybe I will, right? And sell it. How much will I get for that? And maybe home brew and some lettuces, right? And I'll be in the money. We'll be millionaire this time next year. Fucking hell, we'll be rolling in it. Lettuces and bars of gold. Oh, man. Yeah, booze on the increase. I see what you mean now. Yeah, of course, there's never a shortage of the alcohol at the stores, right? Even at the pandemic. Yeah, you can still buy alcohol. It's okay. It's essential. It's essential, right? There was a supermarket in Wales where you couldn't buy baby clothes. What? Yeah. They closed off the clothing section. Oh man. See, thinking back, what insanity. Honestly. They closed it off because it was, quote, non-essential. Baby clothes. Non-essential. While alcohol, a fucking poison, a killer, a mass killer, to say the fucking least. Pardon my French. But that was okay. Yeah, knock yourself out, right? Fill your trolley. In fact, we've got bargains on. 2 for 3, or what? 3 for 2 even. 3 for 2 would be, yeah, more like it, right? Or 3 for 2. But all these bargains that they have to entice people in, it got that bad in Scotland. They had to basically put restrictions, happy hours, and different advertisements because it got seriously out of hand. It still is really bad in Scotland. I kind of get the feeling that would be, or is likely, the same pretty much right across the world at the moment. like we mentioned during the pandemic, people looked for an escape. If it wasn't drugs, it was alcohol or fucking a complete end, because suicide went through the fucking roof, and that has not came down. Even before the pandemic kicked off, the suicide rate in Scotland was truly eye-watering, honestly, especially as well in males, young white males mainly in the UK. And I find that heartbreaking. I really do. What have they fucking done? What are they doing to society? Honestly, it fucking honestly, this is why I swear when I'm angry, honestly, I sort of see red. But when I think about everything in a whole, it staggers me how they've gotten away with it, to be honest. But hey, we continue. We'll continue to, if you like, expose the agenda for what it really is, because we ain't fucking fooled, not one bit. Now, here's another shortage that some of you might be affected by. I don't know, maybe not. Certainly not me, right? Although I have bought these before, believe it or not. I've been coerced by the wife to basically buy them, which is a lot of men. I'm not buying that. They won't be seen dead buying anything like this, right? You can imagine. You can imagine the looks. Although in today's world, wow, I guess a lot of strange men would be buying Tampax, if you like. What a world we're in. Honestly, a lot of stuff with the gender situation at the moment, which I always find quite funny. But it is now at a point where it's insane. It's got completely out of hand. It really has. I think we might do a live stream on the gender situation. So look out for that, right? Of course, there's only two. We're not fooled. But seemingly the tampons have basically disappeared. So again, there could be an opening for anyone who's good at making these, right? Another item, again, that a lot of people will use, similar to the toilet roll, I guess, but this could be just the beginning in terms of, if you like, toiletries, certain items in that sense. They might disappear, never to be back again. Zelensky. Where would we be without without Zelensky, right? I think he's been warning everyone again. Yeah. What on earth is that picture there? Some sort of bear behind him, or is it a knight? I'm unsure. I only noticed that there. I'll have to look into it. He looks like he's in a fucking Masonic lodge. He's back at the lodge, right? Wee Zelensky, an actor, if there ever was one. Wow. An agendas man, if there ever was one. Jesus. Ukraine leader cautions that Russian blockade may cause global food shortages. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah. Should I tell him, or will you? Because it appears that we're already there. Shock horror. Of course, like we said, it's creeping in. Slowly but surely. And now Zelensky's beating the drum. And he's warning about the blockade, right? Yeah. Of course, it's not Zelensky's fault You've got to support Ukraine, but not Russia. Don't support them, right? And of course, you wouldn't be allowed to not support anybody. You've got to do what the narrative tells you. And that makes you a good citizen, a good global citizen of the world. Yeah, then you get your brownie points, right? But if you don't support it, then you won't get your brownie points. So you can see where it's heading, right? Of course, I don't support fucking any of it. I wouldn't support war under any circumstance, to be honest. But here we are again. I think we're now going to move into a stage in humanity where we live in a, what would be the word? Perpetual? I'm unsure of the word. I can't say it, but I know the word. Basically, a continuous war. And we kind of are in that anyway. I mean, when is there never a war going on? But I think we're going to live now. We're heading into a world where we live in a constant war. Oh, the war done this and the war done that. Oh, there's no food today because of the war. Oh, the rations because of the war. Oh, the ID chip because of the war. The bio data. Oh, because of the war. Yeah. Or because of the monkeypox, right? If you're allowed to call it that still. Yeah, I don't like Zelensky. I can't stand him. I can't stand any of them anyway. Putin, Zelensky, fucking you name it. I don't think there's any politician or official that I like. Not one. Honestly, I can't think of any. I really can't. I know a lot of people think that Putin is basically rogue and against the New World Order. I wouldn't buy that. To be honest, I can't buy it. I mean, hey, I can't rule anything out. Who am I to rule anything out? But going by how the agenda works, how the hidden hand works, you can't be rogue. You can't be against it. And if you were, they would put an end to it pretty rapid, unless they seen a way to use you. If you don't play by their book, you don't play at all, basically. And Zelensky is a fucking agendas man. Boris Johnson is an agendas man. Joe Biden, is that guy even alive? Honestly. Oh, man. He's clearly an agendas man. The officials at the WHO, all agenda men, without a doubt. New Zealand, Australia. Now, on that actually, if you think about when they rolled out the pandemic, lockstep, boom, 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 like we said, every single nation, tell me one that did not play ball. They all bent down. They all rolled out the fucking lockdown, the restrictions, the juice, which really is pretty much the nail in the coffin there. If they rolled out the juice, they are indeed well and truly controlled by the agenda. No fucking doubt about it. No matter what juice it was named, it was still the same juice. It's still the same, what they call mRNA technology, if you like, which is basically what they claim is gene editing, gene therapy. Incoming strike, right? Now, of course, Russia, they rolled it out. And do you know this? I was half hoping that they wouldn't, because that might have said that Putin maybe wasn't lock, stock, and barrel controlled by the agenda. And maybe there might have been hope there. But of course, no. They rolled it out big time. And what did they call it? Sputnik. Oh, man. Absolute comical. Honestly. Fucking Sputnik. What, like the satellite? Yeah, that satellite that they launched. And of course, Sputnik's working its magic in Russia, just like the Modernas, the rest of them, AstraZeneca, all working their magic, helping humanity. Yeah, let's go with that, right? And of course, China, they done the same thing. There was no difference. In fact, they were even worse by the looks of it. They were full hog, hidden hand agenda. They take it to a whole new level. So do people really think? I mean, let's be honest here. Do people really genuinely think that Putin is not a controlled puppet like this guy here, Zelensky? Because I seem to, from what I can see in terms of history in the past 2 years, Russia is as much agenda as the UK is agenda. And of course, we all get played big time. Shock horror, right? Of course, hey, I could be wrong. Putin might not be. Maybe he's rogue. But again, I would find it hard to buy that they would let a rogue person of power like Putin just continue to be rogue and against the agenda. Again, I could be wrong. But I reckon they would have taken him out by now. Like that. Because they're quite good at that as well. Seemingly, we have a shortage of farm workers. Yeah. And it's creating a bitter harvest. So we've got a shortage of farm workers, right? We've got a shortage of basically staff in the aviation industry, which is well and truly on its knees, if not years ago. I mean, it's picked up a wee bit from what I can see, but that's heading, it's heading out. It's going to be a thing of the past, aviation. In my opinion, I could be wrong. I hope I am. Even though I'm not keen on flying, you won't catch me in an aeroplane. But I would hate to see it gone. I know a lot of people enjoy traveling, and I'm all for that. I would hate to see it gone. But in my opinion, it will be in time to come. So we've got farmers. Basically, they've not got the staff. The aviation industry, it's not got the staff. Hospitals with radiology, oncology, they've not got the staff to treat basically terminally ill people with cancer who need that treatment to try and get at least a few more days. You sometimes wonder why, but you can understand it, right? You want to be with your loved ones as long as you can. But again, they can't get the staff. So, is anyone thinking what I'm thinking? Here we are with staff shortages right across the board. And so what does that point to? A fucking people shortage. Yeah. That's what we've got. And we mentioned that, I think we said, maybe even half a year ago, that's what we're going to end up with if People are right. People like I can never say her name. Dr. Cahill, Dolores. I can never say her first name. Oh man. Is it Dolores? Oh, I'm hopeless. Dr. Cahill, with what she said, if she was right, then eventually we were going to see a big people shortage. And I think now we're in it. Now, I know personally I've got to watch what I'm saying here because I'll get fucking infinity strikes. But from what I can gather locally, it's not looking good in terms of death rates again. I can't speak for anywhere else, but I'm seeing it still. So it's no surprise to me that we've now got all these companies coming out saying, well, we can't get the staff. Where did they go? Is the question. What is the issue? And of course, because of the problem, they have the solution, right? But they're saying here that the robotics is no quick fix to solving the labor shortages. But that is going to be the solution. I mean, come on, right? I mean, people have talked about in the past how humans will be replaced by robots. There'll be no fucking humans there to replace. Anyway, everything's going to be just put in place robotically. The humans won't even be replaced because they're falling away like there is no tomorrow, if you like. And I guess for a lot of years we never really seen that coming. But I think I could be wrong, but I think they've been a bit behind with their planning. And I think they've rushed. They've now maybe not rushed, but they've had to go full hog with the pandemic, which showed their hand big time. Again, with the lockstep, it showed you who was all under the thumb of the hidden hand. Nobody, not one nation, did not comply with what the WHO told them. And we'll touch on them again. Did anyone watch the RoboCop video that I done? That was quite funny, right? At least I found it funny myself. Chlorine! Is there anyone who buys chlorine regular? Man, what for? Yeah, I won't ask, right? Seemingly a bit of a shortage on that side. And again, it's another item that might not be used by everyone, but it's another item to add to the list that may possibly disappear. No chlorine. What they're going to do with the swimming pools? They might have to shut them down. Health hazard. The chlorine kills the whatever. So we need it. If we can't have it, no swimming for the children or for whoever likes to go swimming today. Right, let me grab a drink. I'm running out of coffee here. We might have to play a tune while I grab one, right? Because we're not quite done yet, believe it or not. And hey, we're kind of only scratching the surface, if you like. This is a small drop in the big swimming pool at the moment. I wouldn't say ocean. Not yet. Not yet. But the pool is getting bigger. I'm afraid to say it. And it's all these random items as well, which kind of makes it look, I don't know, unplanned, unorchestrated, if you like. This came out from the Express. which is a terrible, terrible. I mean, all the media outlets in the UK, I hate them. I cannot stand them one bit. Honestly, they're all the same. They're all fucking hopeless. But they're all good at scaring, basically. But of course, we can see what's happening in the supermarkets. But they're talking about empty shelves for the next couple of years. And I'm sure we read this about, like, again, 2 years ago. And here we are. They're saying it again. And I think 2 years ago, I don't think I can recall any items being missing. But now there seems to be, from time to time, empty spaces on the shelves. And I don't think I'm alone in seeing that. Reuters, 5 days ago. Now, Reuters is the go-to. Ah, man. Journalism is dead. It does not exist. It does in very, very small amounts. People like John Rappaport, Richie Allen, Dean Henderson. Who else? There's not many, to be honest. But there is some good journalists out there. But in terms of mainstream media, there is no journalism. There just isn't. You can't question anything. There's no speculation whatsoever about anything. You cannot question the narrative on anything. Otherwise, you'll get shown the fucking door the very next day, right? You can't have an opinion. Which, when you put all that together, that equates to no journalism whatsoever. And this headline here, food shortages are next. Global health crisis expert. Ah, man. Who said journalism was dead, right? And of course now, obviously, Reuters is the go-to. And it's coming from an expert. So, it's good stuff, right? They wouldn't lie. Surely not, right? But of course, yeah, we are now heading into what I can only describe as an orchestrated food crisis. I think it's not far around the corner. I don't think I would say health crisis, but I haven't really looked into that enough. That could be on the cards as well. The question to that would be as to why. What happened? What's happened in the past, I don't know, year and a half in terms of people's health? Right? Has there been a drastic change? Did we see the video in regards to an increase in Australia in regards to SADS? Is it SADS or I can't remember. Sudden death syndrome. Did we see that video? Out of the blue, young people. In fact, there's people of all ages now, and it's not just in Australia. It is right across the world. And it's a big, huge mystery. Would you believe that? I mean, I think we would be here all day trying to work out what's happened. I can't get my head around it. I'm going to have to get a private investigator to look into what's going on, right? Because I can't work it out. I shouldn't laugh. I really shouldn't, to be honest. But I mean, come on. Surely now a lot of people are beginning to see what the fuck is really going on. I mean, what on earth have they done? Honestly. What have they fucking done with these, especially in regards to the inoculations? I dread to think. And of course, yeah, the baby formula. Yeah, well, we're going to get into this a wee bit. Yeah, I mentioned it at the start, but before we do, you're going to have to chat amongst yourselves for about 3 minutes while I make a drink. So let me see if I can work a tune, right? I'll get my flute. Where is it? Play a tune, right, while I make a drink. Who else have we got? Zeus Scott in the hood. Good to see you back again. Spanish Chicken. There you go. Good to see you back again. Carmel, still with us. Bloody hell. I don't know how you do it. My wife can't sit with me for that long, but there you go. Of course, that's a joke, right? Anthony and Steve as well. Where did he go? Good old Steve. Steve does great at being a moderator. He's the best mod going, right? Without a doubt, you heard it here first. Resisting the lies, our Scottish brother in the hood. A pleasure to see you back again. Get subscribed if not already, right? Psyop in the hood. Good. Yeah, that's the one. What did I call it? Yes, SADS. I think they call it SADS. And it's kind of came out of the blue, although it has happened in the past. And that also kind of makes me think, well, why? What did these people what were they getting up to in terms of their health prior to this sudden death, right? And of course, you're not allowed to question, speculate. Not one bit. But hey, we go there because we've got to. You've got to, in my opinion. It's the only way you can kind of investigate. Speculation. I mean, a lot of people, they don't like to speculate, and I kind of get that, but I do. So a lot of the time I do tend to. I know Bill Cooper, he wasn't a big fan of speculating, although he did quite a lot from time to time, which was quite funny. I've got the last hour of Bill's broadcast that he done on 9/11 that's quite interesting. I think possibly tomorrow I'm gonna do it live and listen to it. Then it's kind of gonna be again in discussion, if you like, and it's quite interesting. So you might, if you're into Bill Cooper stuff, you might want to check it out. I think it'll be tomorrow or Friday. Fuck, actually, where's my charger? Battery, my bloody laptop is about to die. Typical. Schoolboy error, cardinal sin. We're good to go. I had it ready, right? So yeah, I lost my place a wee bit there, but good to see quite a lot of people in the hood. Excuse me. It's a duck. Who else did I see? Zeus Scott, Exiled Viking in the hood, Carmel, Justine, my good friend, Tony Matthews, Resisting the Lies, Rich Anthony. Yeah, great stuff. We will get back to comments as well. It's going to be a bit of a long one tonight, although this is your opportunity to go and get some refreshment, right? I don't know if you've got time to go to the shop, but you can get a drink. So if I can work it, if you give me 3 minutes, we will get back to it. There's a wee bit more on the milk baby formula, and I think maybe I can't remember what else, but anyway, we'll have a catch up anyway. So let me quickly find a tune, right? It's like radio. I'd be hopeless at radio. I really would. I kind of felt like I done radio when I was on Spreaker, the podcast. sort of platform. I wasn't that keen on it. I mean, it wasn't bad, but I wasn't that keen. I prefer being able to share content in a video format, a slide, or whatever it may be. And of course, on the radio, you can't do that, right? So I prefer the likes of YouTube or a video sort of platform. What will we go with? We'll go with that one.
Loving you isn't the right thing to do. How can I ever change things that I feel? If I could, baby, I'd give you my world. How can I, when you won't take it from me? You can go your own way, go your own way. You can call it another lonely day. You can go your own way, go your own way. Tell me why everything turned around. Packing up, shacking up, so you wanna do. If I could, baby, I'd give you my world. Open up, everything's waiting for you. You can go your own way, go your own way. You can call it another lonely day. You can go your own way, go your own way. You can go your own way, go your own way. You can call it another lonely day, another lonely day. You can go your own way, go your own way. You can call it another lonely day. You can go your own way. You can call it another lonely day. You can go your own way. You can call it another lonely day.
And there we go. Back in the room, right? Although I never left the room, to be fair. I'm in the kitchen anyway, so happy days, right? I seen a comment there. Where did it go? I thought it was quite funny. Psyop, my good friend. Here's a question for those scratching their heads over what's causing all the strokes and heart attacks. What could it be? I don't know. What colour's that elephant over there? Yeah. Classic, right? Yeah, I mean, it's so obvious. I think a lot of people in sport in particular at the moment are beginning to see that a lot of, I guess, people like me and you have been absolutely fucking correct, unfortunately. And a lot of people are now who have taken it. They're worried. And I can fucking see why. Pardon my French, but hey, I wish they had just waited. Honestly, I do feel for them. I genuinely do. Anytime I go on the Last Jacobites, there's lots of people. I think there's about 100 odd people that watch. And I tend to get the odd person in the chat who has taken it. And all I can say is they regret it. Put it that way. And some of the comments, if I told you what they said, I would get a strike without a doubt. My laptop would blow up. Finished, because it's grim. And everything that we mentioned in the past, it's happening. I shit you not. If you've not seen it already, you've not been looking. I can tell you it is happening before our eyes. And it has been basically since they started this mass treatment, if you like. And it's terrible. It is fucking terrible, honestly. I can't see it getting any better for people. And I know that a lot of people are worried. But the best thing they can do is stop fucking doing it. Honestly, because they're not going to stop rolling them out, right? It's going to be the next one and the next one and the next one and I don't know, what are they on now? The 5th jab, the 6th jab. Oh man, it's going to go on forever. But a lot of people, they are seeing it now, and they're thinking, hey, actually, maybe that person had a point about this juice, if you like, because they're seeing a lot of things that don't add up, put it that way. So yeah, what color is the elephant, right? Yeah, some of mine and some family, and that's where it worries you, right, to an extent, because you can see what's going on round about. And you kind of feel that it's only really a matter of time. I mean, we all die one day anyway. He's so full of good news, right? But you don't want to be going out like that. Not before your time. And again, like I was saying earlier on, I think they've kind of rushed stuff through because they're not quite at a point where they wanted. They're not at a point where they wanted to be. But they're now approaching it because they can't. I mean, they can't hide. They can't hide. People now dropping all around the fucking joint, and still people can't see it for what it is. I guess they'll never. They'll never be able to. Even if the elephant sat in their fucking face, they still wouldn't see it. The pink elephant sitting on my face. Yeah. I wonder why. So we got sorted. We've got a drink now. Yeah, could you imagine? I mean, some people have had more than that. Honestly. Unbelievable. They really do not understand what they're letting themselves in for. Honestly. I wish a lot of people looked into it a bit more. Sorry, I had my daughter disrupted, as they do. Who would have children, right? But yeah, there you go. Right, what is it, Lola? Oh man, there we go. We're back again. An unscheduled break there. Thanks to my daughter Lola, right? Yeah, a great name. Of course, the song Lola everyone thinks about, which only up until about, I think maybe again with the 2 year, maybe 2 or 3 years ago, the song got banned, right? Was it the UK that banned it? Or was it America that banned it? The song Lola. I never even knew, but there you go. My wife came up with, well, she never invented the name, like, but she chose the name, which is, yeah, I'm happy with that. So yeah, it wouldn't be a great name for a boy, I don't think, but it's a good name for a girl, right? Although it is 2022, fucking hell. What a world we're in today, honestly. You kind of feel, yeah, I don't know, should we be grateful to be alive at such a time? Let's just stick with that, right? Yeah, we're grateful. Yeah. I guess we're all here for a reason, right? Whichever it may be. So, what's my cat doing now? Honestly. Don't have kids and don't get pets, right? Do you know this? I tend to, oh my god, typical. She's gonna get a kick. Oh man, my cat Sausage, and it was my wife who named her as well. But yeah, I go to when I go to parks, I'll hear someone shout Lola, and it's usually a dog, which is quite funny. I always think, bloody calling your dog Lola. My daughter's name. How dare you? But there you go. A lot of dogs, seemingly, they get called Lola. Who'd have thought it, right? But there you go. So, crazy cats aside, she's away out. I opened the window and she jumped out, but knocked my cup over. Well, one of them in the process. Man. So, Layla. I think Layla's a nice name as well, actually. Or is that Lila? Lila, maybe? I can't even say it. Layla. I think Oasis done a song about, was it Lila? Or was that Lola? I can't even remember now. And I'm an Oasis fan, seemingly. I went to see Noel Gallagher with my wife and some friends, which was really good. Back in, I think, 2018. And I prefer Liam, to be fair. I'm not a big fan of Noel, but it was quite good. It was a great night, great weekend that we had. And I would have preferred to see Liam, to be honest. He's more my cup of tea rather than Noel Gallagher, but it was great anyway. So yeah, you've got a Jack Russell called Mushroom. Oh man. That's class. I like that one. I don't know why I like that, but I do. I think that's a good name for a dog. Mushroom. Oh me. Yeah. There's going to be some interesting dog names out there, I'd imagine. And baby names. Some crackers, right? Like William. Yeah, of course. So yeah, speaking of babies, yeah, don't have them, right? Whatever you do. But you've got to. But climate change, yeah, okay, right enough. Let's not have children because the weather. Yep, that's 2022. Climate anxiety. How are they going to eat? Don't worry. Bill Gates has the solution. Well, he's got the money to fund the companies who have the solution. And seemingly, the US baby formula shortage, which is the milk, right? It was completely preventable. What? Surely not. What, they trying to say that it was orchestrated? That it could have been prevented? It didn't have to happen, yet here we are? I wonder what else they do that with. Nothing. Only this. Nothing else could have been prevented, right? Don't be stupid. So yeah, to be honest, this I can believe, right? For a change. But of course, they always stop short of telling the whole truth in regards to any matter, if you like. But it would not surprise me if it could have been prevented. I don't think we have one in the UK. I could be wrong. I don't drink baby formula milk, but I've not heard of a shortage here. I mean, again, we're talking about a baby milk formula shortage, a powdered milk that's created in a fucking factory, in a laboratory, that a lot of people and babies, if you like, are dependent on. Vital, life-preserving goods. Nothing to be said for, I don't know, breast milk? Natural breast milk? Did that disappear? Is it gone? Of course, pre-mass inoculation, there wasn't that much of an issue with natural breastfeeding. I don't know if that's the same situation today, going by what I've seen, at least. And I would imagine people know what I'm referring to there without me even saying anything. Because I have heard quite a few horror stories of late in regards to juiced breastfeeding. You'll have to excuse me again while I sort out my daughter. Oh man, we'll get there. One of these days we're gonna get it right. Anthony, he's had nice weather. Yeah, I read the other day the UK is gonna get a heat wave. Yay! I thought, yeah, that'll be good. Nice weather, barbecue. Yeah, well, everywhere in the UK apart from Scotland. Ah man, hip hip hooray, right? We're so lucky here in Scotland. We don't get the heat wave, but of course, a heat wave can bring its own issues. Yeah. I wonder what we're going to see in terms of the weather this summer, right? We'll keep an eye on it, as we always do. But I mentioned at the start, I don't know if you've seen or heard, Anthony, that for the past week it's been pretty overcast here, thick cloud, can't see anything. But I'm hoping it clears up and we can get some decent weather. That would help, right? Heat wave is meant to begin this Friday. Yeah, but not Scotland. We're exempt from the heat wave. Seemingly, I'm not going to get it. Of course, I'm that high up. I'm basically at the North Pole. I'm in Lapland, right? Elgin is as high up as Copenhagen in Denmark. So that'll give you an idea in regards to the map or the world as you perceive it, at least. whatever that may be, right? So yeah, I mean, nothing being said for why have we got a shortage when this is a natural product? Of course, they've got the solution. They've always got the solution. Well, I say they. I mean more this entity here, if you like. I don't. I'm kind of hoping no one's eating at the moment. Is this guy? What are we saying here? He's going to create his own baby milk. He looks like he fucking could. Let's face it. He's storing a few liters in there, right? Wow. Oh man, what I don't even know what to make of Bill Rockefeller anymore. I really don't. But yeah, I could buy that he's got some milk packed in there, ready to be distributed. Of course, it's not Bill that's created the milk, but he's the man that's making sure, or the entity that's making sure this bio milk, it works and it's got the money to work. And yeah, what a horrid looking person, right? I kind of hate saying that about anyone, but I don't know. I guess we shouldn't stoop to their mocking level, right? Maybe he's pregnant. Justine. Well, it is 2022, right? Oh man. Bloody looks it. I'll give you that. Doesn't he? He's packing a few pounds in there, never mind bloody liters of milk. Oh man. What is this entity? Honestly. What the hell is it? Now, do you know I don't think these photos are that far apart in terms of time. They kind of look like two different people, right? Or is that just me? I guess they've got the similar man boobs, like Justine noticed. But I think, yeah, possibly pregnant. It's he's like the Baphomet himself, right? You just need to put you just need to give him the horns and the poker, and there you go, voila, the full shebang, if you like. Oh man, let's not go there. I want to make a video on Bill Gates again. I'm hoping soon, so you might want to look out for it. I mean, where do you begin with Bill Gates, right? Never see chemtrails nor weird weather. And then, well, I don't know about that because I have. When anytime I've worked in Inverness, I think about 2 years ago, again with the 2 years, I think maybe in the summer of 2019, I was working in Inverness. And I certainly did see chemical trails in the sky. So, yeah, maybe not so much now. I can't speak for now, but I certainly did then. But of course, you're there. I'm not. So you must be getting good weather then, and not the fucking weather that I'm getting. Elgin gets all the terrible weather. We're so lucky. So yeah, my last strike was over Bill Gates. Yeah, that's not a surprise, that one. I think I've picked up a few speaking about wee Billy Rockefeller. They don't like you telling the truth about wee Billy Gates. Yeah, he needs another pie in his face. It's a pity that pie wasn't, I don't know, something else. I remember we discussed the video of Bill being pied, if you like. Not that kind of pied, but pied in the face. And when you look at the video and kind of analyze his reaction when he gets the pie in his face is very, very feminine. Very feminine. Honestly, it was the reaction of a female, in my opinion. Now, I don't know. I'm unsure if Bill's a man or a woman. I'm genuinely unsure. I wouldn't rule any of them out either way. But the reaction to me said that it was it was either a woman or this guy was as gay as they come. It was one or the other. And if you watch the video back, you watch the end, the way he moves, his body language, his actions, you can't get any more feminine than that, I'm afraid. So it kind of made me a wee bit suspicious in terms of his true, mainly sexuality and possibly gender. And of course, when you're walking about with tits like that, people are going to ask you questions, right? Fucking hell, you should have worn a bra, right? Jesus. Bloody make you sick, that. But there you go, right? He may be, yeah, I wouldn't rule it out. Could be a bodysuit. Yeah, that I wouldn't rule that out either, to be honest. Memento Mori. Like, don't make these names complicated, right? Just don't. You have to make them easy. That's why I named Lola Lola, right? I can read it, pronounce it just. Oh, man. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to make. I really don't. I'm unsure. I would, again, hey, I don't think we can rule anything out. I think it can be silly to rule stuff out. Honestly, you've got to watch with that. The most absurd and craziest thought is probably the truth. So things that like sound the weirdest or the strangest are probably the truest, to be honest. So wee Billy, right? Wee Billy Rockefeller. What a guy. I mean, hey, where would we be without Bill Gates? All hail wee Billy Rockefeller. And seemingly wee Bill's Milk, the wee company that he's backed, it's going to be available 3 to 5 years away. We need it now. Wah, wah. Baby's crying in the corner, rattling for his formula. We need formula now. Fear not. We'll throw more money and speed it up. Problem solved. Hip, hip, hooray. So I wouldn't be surprised if this 3 to 5 years becomes, oh, by the way, it's ready. It's rolling out the production line as we speak. Let's celebrate it. Yeah. Wee Billy. And there is indeed bio milk. Milk, maybe. Yeah, milk with a Q. Quirky, right? Human milk for babies. What? Human milk for babies? Surely that would be breast milk from a woman, the mother, right? Unless it's like Meet the Fockers, where he's got what was it called again? He designed a man boob that held the mother's milk. I can't remember now. It was in the movie Meet the Fockers, Robert De Niro, and the guy with the big ears, huge ears. Ben Stiller, is it? And De Niro's the CIA agent, basically. Anyway, we're not movie reviewing tonight, although I will be movie reviewing on John Davidson's channel. How he invited me, I'm unsure, but I'll give it a bash, right? So if that floats your boat, I'll let you know closer to the time. It'll be towards the end of the month, and I'll put up a link and you can check it out. I can't remember the film that we're reviewing, but I'm going to watch it at the weekend. Ben Stiller, that was his name. I mean, he's got the biggest ears that I've ever seen. Honestly, I don't think I've ever seen anyone that's got bigger ears. Is that cloning gone wrong? Oh, we fucked up on the ears with this one. Yeah, but he does as he's told, so it's all right. How many movies is that guy in? Do they have a factory of Ben Stillers that they roll out constantly? I think Ben Stiller and Adam Sandler seem to be in every fucking movie that's ever been made. I mean, honestly, I was thinking the other day, how many bloody movies has Adam Sandler been in? Does this guy even exist? Is it possible? Is it even humanly possible to be in so many movies? But there you go. I guess it is, right? I've never seen his dad, to be honest. And going by Ben, I don't want to. All right, I just don't. But yeah, Ben Stiller clones, a big closet of them. You can imagine it, right? Just rolling them out. It reminds me of a Family Guy episode where with Robin Williams, where he keeps getting cloned, and they're everywhere, but they're all saying the same things and stuff like that. Is there any Family Guy fans in the hood? Probably not, right? I think that's more people my age, to be honest. I don't even think younger people are into Family Guy. I do still watch it from time to time, even though I'm not a big fan of the writer, Seth MacFarlane. I'm not a big fan of him. I do find him quite funny. I think he's a great writer in terms of comedy, but I'm not a fan of him. So mixed emotions there on that one, but I do enjoy Family Guy, and good to see I'm not alone. Justine used to be honest, I think I've kind of not as much anymore either. And Steve thinks it's all right. We've got a few fans in the hood. Adam Sandler. Yeah, I'm unsure what to make of Adam Sandler, to be honest. I'm really unsure. He just seems to be in every bloody movie that I ever see. It's like, fucking that guy again. Surely not, right? We might get into movie discussions in the future. It could be good for a bit of a change, right? And it did cross my mind before about possibly book reviews, but I think more people are into movies and television, which we shouldn't be. But we've all watched different movies. Maybe not so much today, but in the past, we've all seen the classics, right? Joe Public knows the score. Nae telly in my house. Don't be stupid. Put my boot through that in 1960. The World Cup. Bloody Scotland. Yeah, I know that feeling, right? But yeah, to be honest, the best thing is to not have a TV. I think it is good in a sense where you can be entertained to an extent. But when you've got people sitting down watching the news 24 hours a fucking day on repeat, looped with the same story, drilling fear and just constant manipulation, that's extreme. So I think people do what they're going to do, right? But I would say a general rule would be with everything, you kind of take it in moderation. If you go overboard with anything, you'll probably feel an effect. You'll be out of balance, out of sync. And in terms of me personally, I like to try and keep a balance with different things, but it can be hard. But you know when you're kind of going over with different things, and you think, well, maybe I'll take a step back, take a breather, recharge, refresh, right? Tomorrow's a new day. But yeah, what do people make of this logo? Let me get rid of Joe's Public's nae telly in my house comment. There's nae telly in my house. I love that. Images of Joe throwing it out the window. Whew. Adios, amigo. Oh, man. Yeah, interesting logo, right? Human milk for babies. Yeah. What do we make of this logo? Of course, the triangle would be there. I mean, what even is it? How does that represent milk? Or human milk for babies? In what way? Is it meant to be a baby? Is that what it's meant to be? Of course, there would be the triangle, without a doubt. I mean, what logo's not got a bloody triangle in it now? And the zero or the O, if you like. I mean, for me, that's an all-seeing eye, right? If there ever was one. Possibly a sun to represent, I don't know, Satan. But yeah, a bit of a strange logo. I think we're going to get into that again in the future. So what do they do, right? What is it they bloody do? Well, seemingly, we chat about your breastfeeding journey. Then we collect a sample of your mammary cells, which only women have, of course. No matter what the media tell you. We culture and nurture cells in our laboratory in Durham, NC, which must be New York, I'd imagine. Is it? Although there is a Durham in the UK, but I don't think it's that. So they culture and nurture cells in the Bill Gates laboratory. He's cooking it in the petri dish, him and Branson. Then we collect and rigorously test the milk created by the cells. How do you do that, Luke? Don't worry about that. Don't ask questions, right? It's 2022. We don't ask questions. Then we package and send your milk to support your baby's growth and your peace of mind. Right. So, is anyone else confused here? Honestly, what I understand, like, if you can't breastfeed, I don't know, maybe you had an operation on your breast. I could understand something like this maybe taking place. But apart from that, I can't see why any parent would do it. Surely you would just continue to breastfeed naturally, which is the best for any child, no matter what they fucking tell you. Although being juiced might be a different story. But they want you to give them your cells, which they then culture in their special laboratory, and then do whatever they wish and send you it back as a what? As a completely different formula? I mean, all that, right? Instead of just feeding them in a natural way. Honestly, it is fucking insane. And people will do this. They will. Honestly, they will. I don't know if it's going already. There will be sheep waiting in the wings to get this milk. And of course, you've got the formula shortage going on. And this is just coming into play now. And people are not seeing any fucking connection or asking any questions. Yeah. I mean, talk about coincidence, right? Bio milk is people. Well, basically, that's what they're saying. But they've cultured it and nurtured it in a Bill Gates petri dish. And then they rigorously test it. What that would involve, God only knows. I think they test it with the PCR. Oh, man. They give it a PCR and an antigen test. And then it's ready to go. If it passes, if it's negative, it isolates for 2 weeks and then it's good to go, right? I'm here all week. It sounds horrid. I mean, honestly, how can this even make sense? Like I said, the only thing that would make sense is if someone genuinely had an issue with breastfeeding where they couldn't due to, I don't know, an accident or surgery, which I could see being the case for some people, unfortunately. And I could see why they would use formula. But if there's no issue, women should not be using formula. They should be doing it naturally. And that's my opinion. I'm not a fucking expert. But I don't think I would be wrong in thinking that. I mean, there is no alternative. There's no alternative to a natural product like baby milk. None whatsoever. No matter what no matter what laboratory they rigorously test it in and culture it in and nurture it in. The milk's well and fine being nurtured by its mother. Naturally. Not by wee Billy and Branson back at the lab. But there you go. This is where we are. This is the world that we're in today. Yeah, wee Billy. Do we know who the other guy is? I've mentioned him before. Breast is best. That should be the slogan, right? Breast is best. Maybe someone's already beat me to that. We're on to a winner here. We'll go head to head against bio milk. We'll culture real, natural breast milk. Right? We'll get the ones that the breast milk that Bill Gates is storing in his bloody fat suit that he wears. Here's a wee photo of Billy, right? Quite interesting. We're kind of almost done now, to be honest. This is just sort of me yapping nonsense. But I thought I would I'd show you this wee photo. I've mentioned this guy before. I mean, when it comes to Bill Gates, right? Talk about the look of wanting to look like a, I don't know, 80s lesbian. He likes the look, right? Big time. Not much in the way of can we see the pointer? Ah, bugger, we can't. Can we see it now? Can we? No. No matter how closer I look, it's still not there. Not much in the way of a Adam's apple on wee Billy here. Interesting sort of facial structure as well. It kind of catches your eye. What that says, I'm unsure. But I don't know. Every time I look at a photo of this guy, I'm uneasy. My gut instinct, the alarm is going off, and I can't be the only one. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one who gets these alarms looking at photos of Bill Gates. All is not as it would appear, I would imagine. I mean, we know that anyway. What's going on? I'm unsure. We know that Bill Gates is an entity that we cannot trust. What that entity actually is, I'm unsure. And I know that sounds a bit mental, but when you look into this guy's work extensively, you've got to wonder, you've got to question how he's done it, how it's managed to happen. Seemingly he's just done it by himself. This college dropout, who is what now, the fucking hero of the world. What is he not involved in? Tell me one thing that he's not involved in. There isn't anything now. He has his fingers in every single pie you can think of. And he's well ahead of the game, if you like. Predicting the future. How did he do that? I don't know. It's anyone's guess, right? They would never have prior knowledge to what's going to happen because everything that happens is a natural disaster or a natural occurrence. Yeah, let's go with that. So we do know. Can anyone name the other guy? Let's see if anyone can name this guy. Sitting next to wee Billy with an E, Gates. This was Bill Gates' partner. And no, it's not. Melinda Gates. Bloody looks like Melinda. Yeah, I know. Melinda's not shaved, right? She's got glasses on. She's got her hair done. Yeah. Do you know this? I think I'm probably going to forget the guy's name myself. Man. But this guy, him and Bill Gates, seemingly, they founded Microsoft. Hip hip hooray, right? They were the founders of it. Now, I kind of, when I look, I've not looked into this extensively in regards to Microsoft and its beginnings. But when I have, I find it very murky. And the guy sitting next to Bill Gates, I think his name is Paul Allen. Someone might want to correct me on that. I don't think it's Steinberg. I'm sure his name's Paul Allen, but I could be wrong. But yeah, these are the two guys who started Microsoft. Bill, of course, everyone knows about Bill, right? But the more, when I did look into it, the more I seen between these two, the more I kind of felt uneasy. Now, I don't know if there was a relationship going on. I wouldn't rule it out. I can't prove it either. But one thing I did get from it is that this guy, Allen, I think it's Paul Allen, I believe he was Bill's handler. He was the handler. And he would have took Bill up to a certain point or level, if you like, where he no longer had a handler. Because obviously Bill quite young then, right? But if anybody looks into these two, I think seemingly they fell out towards the end. But whether that's true or not, I don't know. It is Paul Allen. There you go. My memory served me correct. I thought I'd overthought it and got it wrong. And it was something completely different. But there you go. Yeah. The first thing that came up is his net worth. Is he still alive today? I'm unsure. maybe you can let us know, Justine. We've got Justine's our producer tonight. Thank you, Justine, for helping out. But I think I'm unsure if he's still alive. I think, yeah, that crossed my mind. I thought that, I mean, he could be a handler, or it could point to a relationship. And if you go and look into them a wee bit more, you might get an idea of what I'm talking about. A dog named Boo in the hood who's listening but not participating. Now, we can't have that. What do you think this is? The Ritz Hotel. You've got to participate, right? Of course you don't. It's not mandatory, right? You don't have to. Of course you don't. But it is a pleasure to see you, a dog named Boo. A joy to have you back again. 2018, interesting. That's when he died. Yeah. Yeah, there was an issue in regards to the patent. And wee Billy seemingly was a bit of a rogue. I don't know how much of that you can buy though, either. I don't know how much of that we can buy. They set these things up a lot of the time where you'll have sort of two competitors. And I think you've seen it with the guy Steve Jobs and was it Bill Gates as well? But I think then they were friends again. And I think they actually done a project together, which shocked a lot of people at the time. I was going to make a video on that. I might still, because I watched an interesting video in the public library, the archive, in regards to Microsoft and Apple and Steve Jobs. Again, another rabbit hole that we could be here for fucking hours talking about, to be honest. So yeah, when I get into Bill Gates again, I hate even saying that, but when we get into Bill again, I think we might get into this relationship with Mr. Allen and the foundations of Microsoft. And look at where we are today. A college dropout, a criminal. And now he's what, an expert on viruses? It's got to be computer viruses. No. Proper viruses. Quote, real viruses. Yeah, them ones. What are they? Don't ask. Let's not get into the ins and outs of a virus, what it is and what it's not, right? Has anyone ever got into an argument with anybody about a virus? It's quite comical. You can never win, right? I mean, the bottom line is nothing's ever proven as fact, especially when it comes to science. It's all theory. But a lot of these sheep, they will push this. Anything in terms of that sort of area, they push it like it's gospel. No ifs, no buts, no questions asked. And of course, if you know science at all, in any way, shape, or form, you must question. That's how science works. Or at least it used to be how it worked. It is 2022. I don't think it works like that anymore, to be honest. So it's been great. Do you know this? The time's flown. It really has. We've went nearly 2 hours, 40 minutes. The best part of 3 hours. My wife's going to go mental. Oh, man. But we had a lot to get into. Yeah, wee Billy. Yeah. I mean, your gut instinct can tell you, even from a photo. What is it they say about photos? It says what is it, 1,000 words? Is it even that? Probably not, but there you go. I've been on too long, right? My brain's went overdrive. I'm just talking nonsense now. Oh man. I am here. Where am I? Elgin, seemingly. Oh yeah. For me it does. I really enjoy catching up with people. It's great. Like I said at the very start, I feel like I've been away for ages. I feel like I've been away for weeks. I've missed engaging with everyone. Let me see. I forgot what I was going to do there. Oh man, I was going to do something and I forgot. It's definitely been too long, right? Have we got another slide? No, that was the last one. Yeah, so I guess we can wrap it up now. So yeah, I was going to mention that as well. I did tell you at the start the chemtrailing in Spain that was officially announced by the government, and then the fact checkers came out and said, "Well, no, it wasn't." Well, what it was, they never said the word chemtrail, and they never mentioned aeroplanes. They mentioned other techniques of dispersal. So it was true, but in a different kind of manner. And hey, honestly, anytime you see something being fact checked, look into it, read it all the way through, and at the bottom it'll tell you that it's true. Even though their verdict says that it's not true, although at the bottom, yeah, actually it's true. And we've covered that many a times with many different situations now. And it was the same with the Spanish government. They did come out and they did say that they have put into writing that they can use dispersal, aerosol dispersal in any way, manner, shape, or form to combat the COVID or whatever fucking quote unquote virus they claim is going about at the time. So it was true, right? They don't fool anyone. But a lot of people, they look at the fact checker and they'll see the headline. Oh, it's not true. It's been debunked. Well, read it. It's not being debunked. They're telling you that it's true. Right? And I did make a video on it. I think I made it a couple of days ago. A short video, so you can check it out. Anyway, yeah, I think we'll wrap it up. I don't want to keep you too long. 3 hours. Yeah, I know, right? But there you go. You know what the script is. That's life, but not as we know it. While we're still here, at least, right? In terms of the channel, you never know. Honestly, I'll probably get deleted again. So you might want to follow me on BitChute if you're there, or Odyssey if you're not there. If I do get deleted, you probably won't see me here again unless I'm on someone else's channel. I'm not going to tell anyone where they should go or what they should do. That's entirely up to you. That's not my place to say, right? You've got your own way of doing things, and that's the way it should be. But if I am deleted here, I mean, hey, what would be the point in making another channel, right? Honestly, what would be the point? I'm unsure. But again, we will cross that bridge when we get there. So, many thanks to Justine, my good friend. A pleasure to see you again. And my Scottish brother, DJ, Resisting the Lies, DJ 10 Tabs, who right now is sitting at his laptop with 1,000 tabs open, looking for this article, or an article on Agenda 2030. He'd be there all night trying to find it. Make sure you check it out if not already, right? Exiled Viking in the hood. Good to see you. 1,000 words. I got it right then. Unbelievably. Fucking hell. Round of applause over here, right? Oh man, one of these days. Yeah, I was right in thinking it was 1,000 words, a picture. Good to have Exiled Viking in the hood. Steve Cray, a pleasure as always to have you. I appreciate your input and all the links that you provide everyone with, no matter where you are, from everyone. Thank you very much for everything that you do. It's needed. So people like yourself are great because it's almost like a producer who's helping out, putting in different links, and I'm very grateful for that. Joe Public as well. Good to see you back again. Justine, fantastic, my good friend. Dominic, back again. Good to have you. Thanks very much for the kind words. Hopefully, we had a bit of a laugh tonight. It can be hard to get a laugh in the world that we're in, although I do find it comical, to be honest, every day, shaking my head, laughing at the insanity. But hey, I've got the skin for it, and I do understand. It can worry a lot of people, the world that we're in. So we stay strong and we dig deep. You will have strength in there. You might not think it, but if I've got it, you've certainly got it. I shit you not. Steve, good to see you. Did I miss anyone else? I don't think I did. I probably did. My dog's saying that I did. Spanish Chicken, good to see you. It's a duck. Back again. A pleasure to see you. Dominic, Steve Cray. Yeah, I think we got everyone. I don't know if my original channel is ever going to be back again. I did reappeal and it failed again. Basically, I kind of got an automatic response which said, nope, failed again. So I'm unsure if I can ever win my appeal. I think they've pretty much, put it to bed. They don't want it. But I'm unsure. I don't know. I kind of feel that it's maybe not done yet. I don't know why. There's something telling me that it's going to be bloody back again and cause another headache. So I don't know. That appeal even, it failed. So I'm unsure. I think, like I said, I will continue here with what we're doing. If I get deleted, that could be it. So like I said, I'm on BitChute, I'm on Odyssey. That might be the only show in town. I'm hoping not, but because we enjoy, I certainly enjoy the engagement and I enjoy creating the content. So it would be a bit of a bugger, if you like, a kick in the stones. So yeah, I can only advise you on where I'm going to be, right? I can't tell you where to go or what to do. It's not my place, to be honest. So, Judy C in the hood, just under the wire there, Judy. Good to see you back again. A pleasure to have you. So yeah, I'll find a tune. Yeah, I think Odyssey is getting better, to be fair. I've had issues with them in the past, so I'm a bit skeptical of Odyssey and BitChute. I mean, where's a safe place to go? I really don't know. I honestly don't know. I really don't. So, like I said, hey, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. In the meantime, we'll keep going. You can contact me through the email, through Twitter, through the channel, through Odyssey, through BitChute. There's a lot of different ways. I can't see anyone having to need to contact me, but if you do, there is ways to hit me up, right? Whether it's in relation to content or anything else, it's fine. If I can help anyone out, I would be more than willing, to be honest. So yeah, that wouldn't be a problem. So without further ado, let me see if I can find a tune that I've not played to go out in Play one we don't know. Yeah, I know, right? Do you know this? I was working on a new intro, but I'd run out of time and I never wanted to be late for the live. So I had to knock it on the head. It was basically a chemtrail intro, and it was Ian Brown, Blue Sky Day. A great song. Have I got that, actually? It would mean copyright, but it's okay. It's all good in the hood. We're finishing off. I did used to have it. I think we'll go with Ian Brown anyway. Little Seed, Big Tree. Sorry, yeah, Little Seed, Big Tree. Oh man, it's late, right? You've got to cut me some slack. Oh man, I am here. That's what I was gonna do before, and I forgot. I was gonna show you that I'm here. Where the bloody hell am I? He says he's there, but he's not. Ta-da! He is now. Here I am, in full bot form, right? He's an AI bot. He never shows his face. Ta-da! There you go. Face kind of shown, if you like, right? Oh man, I'll never get over that guy who thought I was basically AI, right? I mean, come on. I wish I was that smart, right? But I'm not. Unfortunately, I'm human. I was a human once. Remember Mark Zuckerberg said that? I was human. I was human once. He was what? He was human once. He said that in an interview where he got grilled at the committee. I'll put my email in. Now, I do try my best to get back to emails as much as I can. But I have had people harass me, had a go at me in the past because I never replied. Look, I try my best. I can only work with the tools that I have. But if I don't reply immediately, please don't fall out with me, right? I will try my best to get around to getting back to you. So let me... my phone's dead. That is typical. I think I can type it in. If I can manage. So this is just for you as well, Justine. But anyone else who feels that they might possibly need to get in contact. Forgot how to type. Oh man, am I even going to get this right? An old email that I use. I've got two, but this is sort of the main one that I use. If it's going to work. And I'm hoping it's the right one. So there you go. You can get me there. And feel free to. And if I do disappear on YouTube, that could be a way to get in touch, right? Because it might happen. It would be stupid to rule it out, to be honest, given what's happened in the past. In regards to the original channel. So yeah, thanks again to everyone. Let me see. Did I find a tune? I don't think I even did. Yeah, I did. There we go. So that is about it. Bye-bye.
We don't need no stinking badges. Just a little seed makes a big tree, standing on its own, thriving all alone. Just a little seed makes a big tree, grow so high, gonna touch the sky. Just a little seed makes a big tree, spreads roots deep, branches far and wide. Masonic lockdown in your hometown, Masonic lockdown. Can you hear me now? From the top down, soul shock down, state shakedown, mass breakdown, global orders riding over borders. orders. Get behind your doors for the new world order. Dr. Evil and his needle. Dr. Evil with a master plan. A false vaccine, like a bad dream. The plan's a microchip, every woman, child and man. The plan to chip us all, to have complete control. The land, the sky, your soul. Peace like silence in the snow. Free to do exactly as you're told. Obey, consume and die. And up to heaven for your pie up in the sky. Sleepwalking, dreaming. You best believe your lying eyes. Geoengineering, making more than patterns in the skies. 5G radiation, beamed to Earth from space by satellites. The scientists and media tricks, trying to tell me 2 and 2 is 5. Excuse me while I mention the strategy of tension, mass mind manipulation, psychological operation. The general population hypnotized right in front of your eyes. Drama and lies, look into my eyes. Just a little seed makes a big tree, standing on its own, thriving all alone. Just a little seed makes a big tree, grows so high, gonna touch the sky. Just a little seed makes a big tree, spreads roots deep, branches far and wide. Masonic lockdown in your hometown. Masonic lockdown, can you feel me now? Masonic lockdown, soul shock down, stage shakedown, a mass breakdown. Put your muzzle on, get back in your basket, get behind your doors, cause living here is drastic. Dr. Evil and his needle. Dr. Evil with a master plan, a false vaccine, like a bad dream. The plan's a microchip, every woman, child and man. The plan's to chip us all, to have complete control. The land, the sky, your soul. Na 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 na, 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 na na na.
We're taking things that are, genetically modified organisms and we're injecting them in little kids' arms. We just shoot them right into the vein. But you don't have a choice. People act like you have a choice.
La